Hi guys, welcome back to my page or my channel, whichever place where you're looking at this video from. Hello and welcome to you. We are today October 15, 2013, and I have a few topics that I wanted to discuss with you. And the first one is how to remain productive when you don't have a job, when you don't have a job. How do we remain productive when we're not getting paid for the work that we do? I think that this is extremely important, especially in this time of day where the economy everywhere globally is very tight. So if you're not creative, then you're doomed, because if you don't have a job, you have to find a way to keep yourself going and to remain productive. So I've written a few tips for you in the hopes that you can learn from it. And here we go, let's begin. The first thing, focus on yourself. When you don't have a job, it is the perfect time for you to focus on you. It is a time to think about you. It is a time to think about what you would want to do. It is a time to think about what else can you do. I know it's a time to look for a job, don't get me wrong, especially those of you who are living in the United States of America. I know that we got bills to pay, bills are coming left and right, but sometimes you may just want to kind of stop for a little bit and just reflect on yourself. When you don't have a job, it's time to do things that you wouldn't be able to do if you had a 9 to 5 or an 11 to 7 or a 3 to 11 or a double shift. That's the first thing you do. You want to focus on yourself. 2, work on things you wouldn't be able to work on if you had a job. You want to work on the things that you wouldn't be able to work on if you had a job. If you had a job, would you have the time to paint? If you had a job, would you have the time to play your music? If you had a job, would you have the time to write? If you had a job, would you have the time to make craft? Would you have the time to, spend time with your children? Would you have the time to take your wife out more often, or cook for your wife, or cook for your husband? No, you wouldn't have the time for that. So maybe, sometimes we lose our jobs or we don't have a job. It's for a reason. So instead of, beating yourself around the bush and driving yourself crazy, just take a step back. Maybe it's time for you to work on something that you needed to work on, something that you had put in your drawers, or something that you have left out and you didn't want to work about it. It's always the right time. I created most of the things that I started to work on, I did when I was not doing anything. I am very accustomed to do things like that, like taking times off. Like nothing. This is my time, and I just work on the things that I need to work on, because the truth of the matter is, if you don't have your goals and if you don't have your own dreams, then you are always going to be living somebody else's dreams. Keep that in your mind. If you don't have your own dreams and your own goals, then you are always going to be living somebody else's dreams and goals. 3, polish your craft. Whatever it is that you have going on for you, it is the time to polish it. Maybe you want to do something else. Maybe you want to travel more. I know it required money, but you don't have to travel to go to a different country or someplace extremely far. Maybe you can just go to the city that it's 15 minutes away, but you never had the chance to go there. Maybe you just want to experience more in the community where you live that you never thought that those things existed, because you're too busy working. So you need to have the time to polish your craft. If you are at home, maybe it's time to perfect your makeup skills, or your printing skills, or maybe you know how to draw, maybe you know how to do whatever it is that you feel like, you know, that God, your creative ability that God gave to you, because God gave each one of us, we were born with something particular, you know. Maybe some of us know how to do the same thing, but we don't know how to do it the same way. Everybody does it a different type of way. So maybe it's time for you to polish that craft that you have. 4, prepare yourself to receive and welcome your dream job. Yes. What's the point of quitting a job that you hated? You hate this job, you can't stand it. You quit the job, but yet you're so focusing on getting another job that you don't take time for yourself and to prepare yourself for your dream job. What is your dream job? What would you like to do? What is the dream job that you would want to have? It's out there. It's out there. You can just create it. Why not create it if you can't find it anywhere? But it takes time for that. You have to prepare yourself for that. If you want to be, you know, if you don't know who she is, type of the name. A lot of people know who she is, the people who wear makeup and stuff. Beat Face Honey. I recently found out about her and I listened to her stories. And it's like, those are people who are living their dreams, but they took time to prepare themselves for that dream job. A brief description about her. She used to be a bartender, and I believe they laid her off and she just started makeup on her own. She did not even go to school for makeup. She would just receive compliments while she was working, and then she started doing the YouTube videos, and bam, now she's doing makeup for Nicki Minaj, Brandy, you name it. They call her, and they saw her videos on YouTube. What does that say about her? She's not the only one. Why not prepare yourself for your dream job? What's your dream job? So how are you going to get it if you're not preparing yourself for that? I don't get it. How are you going to get your dream job if you're like in a crappy job and you too busy focusing on doing that crappy job that you don't like, that you hate, you can't stand the hours. They always give you like the night shift, or they give you the weekends, and they don't give you any type of benefits. You've been there for the whole 9 yards. When you don't have a job, it's the time to prepare yourself for your dream job. 5, remain creative at all times. You want to do that. You want to remain creative at all times, because it's the time for you to create. I mean, you don't have to do other people's work. A job, we get a job so we can have money most of the time. A career is different. But when you just get a job, it's because you just want the money. You want the money. But when you don't have a job, that means you don't have to do somebody else's work. You need to take time to create. You always need to remain creative. Because if you just sit there and you're just sitting at home, you might as well just get a job, whatever the job it is, because you're not doing anything. How are you remaining creative? You still gotta keep moving. It's important to learn how to remain productive when money is not coming. Money will come. Money will come, and money will come abundantly. But you just have to know how to go about it. You can't just sit there and not do anything at all. A job is a job. But at the end of the day, you gotta do what's gonna be good for you. 6, and lastly, keep your spirit up. Yes, I know what I'm talking about, because from 2010 until right now, my finances have been up and down because I had not have a set fixed job, and I just refused to have a set fixed job. But that's for a different topic. So sometimes, you know, when you work per contract and you don't have jobs, or money is not coming, and you still have to work. So it's like, it's hard sometimes to do the work when you don't see a nice paycheck. or when you don't see money every week, or when you don't see money every month, or money every 2 weeks. So you're like, oh, why? Like, so your spirit tends to be going in dark places, but you always have to remain focused. You always have to be like, no, no, no. Just like you turn yourself, I mean, like, no, I want to stay focused. You want to keep your spirit up, because if your spirit goes into the dark place, then you cannot create and you cannot prepare yourself for your dream job, and you will be in a very dark place. Okay, I hope that those little tips help you. Those tips extremely help me. This is how I always keep myself remaining productive every day. I create my own schedule. I am having my own dream job. I love it. It's a lot, but I love it because I get to create everything. So please always learn how to remain creative when you don't have a job, and mostly keep your spirit up. All right, see you soon for the next segment. Bye.